going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy TIMBP Live. We're live and alive. We're here. Everything's working. Mic situation has been figured out. Look at this. Look at me. Look at you. We're here. Oh, my goodness gracious. Good to see you, folks. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for doing so. Hit the like if you haven't done so already. Oh, boy. Last stream for a while, y'all. Last stream for a while. Who knows when we'll be back, but last stream for a little bit. Hello, Emily Chambers. Our first mod is in the chat. Early like mash. Thank you so much for that. And again, like if you like, please do so. Wilmington Piper, old WP. What's going on with my hair? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Moving right along. Happy to be here with you. Ready to get into it. I missed you. I feel like this week has kind of drug along. When is the due date, WP? The official due date is technically the 30th. But we are going in for the C-section on Monday, the 23rd. So this coming Monday is our our scheduled due date, as it were. Our assigned due date, I guess. But very excited, just about as ready as we can be, and ready to meet this kid more than anything. I'll say that much. It's been it is wild that our niece had a C-section this morning. Man, congratulations to you all as well. Goodness gracious. Babies all around. Babies all around. Let's see if I can get this right. No, not quite. But I think there's more in here than just a pint. There definitely is. Oh, no. It's fine. We'll get to it. Her debut has been pre-planned. It has been. It has been. You are correct. Very excited. Very ready for it. I'm just, I have been immensely anxious this week. I don't know how much. I can't remember how much I've talked about Lucy's about what Lucy went through with the first delivery. And I won't dwell on it for too long, but essentially what happened was she couldn't clot. She couldn't clot. And it led to her losing 3 liters of blood when she gave birth to Eden. So I am a little nervous that this might happen again with this baby. Excuse me. But we have prepared the doctors for it. They know that this was something that happened previously. So it's not it's not thank you WP, I appreciate that. It's not out of their scope of like what could happen, but it is still like it's still scary to think about, I guess, because it was terrifying to watch, and that's as much as I will say. That's as much as I want to say on it. Because the further I dwell on it, the worse it gets, and the more I think about it, the further that pit goes. So anyway, yeah, just be thinking about us on Monday. We go in at 10:30, and the actual surgery takes place at 12:30. So I got the easy job. I'm driving her to and from. I just got to sit there, make sure she's happy, taken care of. I got her. She had asked me to go out and get her a box of wine the other day because that's one of the things that she has craved the most this pregnancy, and of course she has not had any. She has missed it immensely, and so her box of wine is waiting for her upstairs for after we get home. So I'm gonna have a sip of beer. What am I drinking tonight? Well, we're starting out. My best friend, who he and his wife just had their second child as well, just texted me. He's been incredibly busy with their kid too, and he texted me like the day that their second son was born, and I asked him if they had any names picked out yet, and found out through Facebook, unfortunately, what the name of the child was. So I'll talk to him a little bit later. But anyway, so tonight we're going to be drinking through a few things. I'm going to be starting out by pairing my favorite Oktoberfest beer, Ayinger Oktoberfest. It's a Marzen. Sorry for the little bit of glare. I wanted to pair this with a bourbon. Figure out what I think might go best with it. I've got a few options. I've got a side by side I wanted to do. No real review tonight because I'm a little bit tapped out of stuff to get to on reviews. I'm waiting for a product. Man, this is I absolutely love this beer. I always look forward to the fall, and I usually go through quite a bit when Oktoberfest season hits because I love it so much. I picked up the pint bottle today, and I'm already craving another one, but making sure that I have more. I've got a fridge, so I think it was set up last week, but my beer fridge back here has a good amount of Oktoberfest beer in there at the moment. Our Costco had it. Get as much as you can, man. It's friggin' so good. But yeah, I'm a little tapped out on items to review. I've been waiting on a sample to come from a distillery for a while. That has not yet arrived. I don't know where that is. I don't know if it's actually going to make it here. I've just kind of like resigned myself to not knowing. So, yeah. It is what it is. We'll get around to it if we get around to it. But in the meantime, though, we're gonna have some fun tonight because that's just kind of where my head's at, and I need a nice, relaxing evening, hanging out with you folks, because I'm gonna miss you over the next month. You know, I'm gonna be, the idea is that it will be at least a month, right? Lucy will not be able to drive, so I will be driving Miss Lucy for a good while. Can't drive with C-sections. Also, Emily said this, and I forgot to acknowledge it. Lucy needs extra prizes for surgery, etc. Anything she wants, damn it. I agree completely. She needs all the flowers she can get. It's a tough thing going through that, especially after having carried a child for 9 months. You know, I know that she is excited to start getting her body back and her life back in general. So, looking forward to it. So, starting out with the pairing portion of the evening, we're getting right to it, man. I'm not feeling too wishy-washy about the opening bars, as it were. We're gonna do something that I think is gonna work. Well, we're going to do something that has worked for me in the past, at least. We're going to find out if it works at least with... it's not for sissies. Mama Ritter had 3. That is true. And Papa Ritter's in the chat. Hi, Papa Ritter. And Sugar Kitty's in the chat as well. Meow. Hashtag multitasking. I got a Knob Creek pit sitting right there. One of my favorite pairings in the world is a Sam Adams Oktoberfest with Buffalo Trace bourbon. I think it's an exceptional pairing. So we're gonna try Buffalo Trace with the Ayinger. First and foremost, I'll put the Ayinger, whatever, over here as well, so you can kind of see it. Gonna do one that I can't even task. Fair enough. I get that. Grilling chicken thighs and drinking some Old Forester. That sounds nice. Drinking one that I think will probably work, but we're going to find out. And it's an Elijah Craig pick, even though it says small batch. But it's from our friends at BHG. That nice high malt content. Ayinger. Thank you. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. And then last but not least, throwing in kind of a wild card, the Jim Beam Black, the new 7-year, to see how this stacks up against it as well. Ayinger is a favorite, underrated brewery. Having only had the Oktoberfest and loving it. Excuse me. Absolutely loving it. Can confirm that I think it's pretty phenomenal, or at least this one. But I again, you know, I can't remember what it was that we were talking about a couple weeks ago, Sugar Kitty, but open to trying more from them for sure. So, Swan's here. They're Doppelbock Dunkel must try. Absolutely. Swan, it is good to see you, my friend. I miss you. I hope that when you're in town for Bourbon on the Banks, you come see us. Come meet the new child. It's been too long, I would say. Got a wall of blue wrenches. It's nice. People are here defending. It's nice. Anyway, we're going to start out with the Buffalo Trace and see how this See how this stacks up. Just a nice cherry and vanilla nose right off the bat. As a genius man says. I'll be in for Bourbon on the Banks, have the day off, and haven't had a drink of bourbon in almost 2 months. Good for you, man. And you're supposed to be recording some content with Eric, too, for the podcast. Your social calendar is practically brimming. Ayinger also does another Dunkel. Their regular Dunkel, and it's another winner. I just got to try more from Ayinger in general. Take that back. I had an ounce of Four Roses. Besides that, nothing. There you go. This is a very oak forward, very tannic. Buffalo Trace. I was thinking Four Roses because Swan was talking about Four Roses. I think it's taken away from some of the maltiness of the Ayinger. While German beers are plentiful around this time of year, also look for Andischer. I will absolutely do that. Let me make a note of it. I gotta move stuff out of the way. Andischer. I will most certainly try it. Great alternative to the fest beers for Oktoberfest are Rausch beers, the smoky ones, great with a peated scotch. Interesting. Okay. I am already not feeling the Buffalo Trace. On Dexter. Oh, okay. A batter getting ready on Dexter. For rock, look for Schlenkerla. I gotta keep writing them down. Schlenkerla. Perfect pronunciation the first time? Of which one? Rausch beer or rock beer? I don't know, man. I can't. Let's learn German with Perry tonight. All right. I'm going to move on to the, we have uncovered a hidden side of Sugar Kitty. No kidding, dude. No kidding. I love it. Let's try out the Elijah Craig next. Not so sure. What's going on with this one? Something's very strange with this pour. It's kind of corny. It's a little bit like dusty corny. My mother's side of the family is like 1,000% Pennsylvania German. Well, there you go. I don't think it goes badly. I don't think this one in particular, this single barrel, goes badly with the Ayinger. But I don't think that it's doing anything to elevate it. So we'll see. We'll see. The Jim Beam Black, though. The Beam Black. It's so nice. Oh, the Jets are playing tonight. Oh, man. Oh, best wishes. That Beam Black is just so nice and citrusy. It's got such a nice... It's a little bit of a gentle oak finish to it. Not over the top. It's good. The Beam is a nice counterbalance. I think it that's Eric's favorite team, right? The Jets, big Jets guy. Oh, he's a huge Jets fan. Loves the Jets. The only team he likes more than the Jets is the Giants. Ask him sometime about why he loves the Giants so much. He'd love to tell you all about his favorite football teams. The Jets and the Giants. Anyway, I really like the Beam next to the Ayinger. I think it helps to bring out some of the between the two of them. There is a woodiness that gets to be a little bit more prominent. I don't think it is particularly oaky. It feels a little bit more it might be leaning a bit more towards like maple, but a very soft maple, very gentle. He's always looked like a Texans guy to me. I am all for continuously getting Eric's football team incredibly wrong at every turn. Jets and Giants, that's like being a fan of both Yankees and Mets. Who does that? That's like having multiple personality disorder where they purposefully fight each other. Eric is actually a Bills fan. He is truth be told, he is a Bills fan. I think it's funnier to act like he's not, though. He's full on Bills Mafia. And I have no true allegiance to any football team. If your team is playing and I am in your vicinity, I will root for your football team. Unless it's the Patriots. Unless it's the Patriots. I'm going to get Eric a Kansas City hat for Christmas. Dude, I think you have to get him a Kansas City hat, and the stipulation of it is that he has to wear it. He has to wear it for one full episode of the podcast, at least one full episode, and he has to wear it for one full episode of the podcast, and he can't complain about it. Please. Be back after dinner. All right, Dad, see you in a bit. My work phone rang earlier, and I'm still not sure how. It's too late. It's too late, man. Hello? What's going on? Here we go. I forgot to mention that we hit 50 followers finally on Twitch, which was molto bene. So if you are not following on Twitch, go and do so. It's twitch.tv/mybourbongamer. Hopefully I'll get to do more video game stuff after we get the baby settled a little bit. I don't think that this Buffalo Trace is doing it for me tonight. I'm not entirely sure that the Elijah Craig is doing it for me tonight. Are you kidding me? Did you see this? Did you see this? I can't take one daggone sip. Where's my bandana? There it is. Of anything. Now it looks like I'm leaking. Oh, jeez Louise. I've been drinking beer for like a decade. Like, what on earth? And I've been drinking liquid for my entire life. Why am I spilling it on my shirt? Give me a break. Ridiculous. The finish on the Elijah Craig is nice. I don't think it's quite what I'm looking for pairing here. And I'm really, truly not entirely convinced on the Jim Beam either. I just realized. My Twitch title is actually incorrect. How is it incorrect? That's very strange. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think that any of these three are what I was looking for. So, we may be back to the drawing board, folks. I think we're back to the drawing board. All right. Whew, that blend was weird. Let's try 3 more. See, WP, A man after my own heart. I was thinking Turkey 101. All right. Let's go Turkey 101. Let's do a weeder. We haven't done a weeder yet. I'll just try regular makers. Turkey 101. And Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. I don't have my Old Forester 100 with me. If I had Old Forester 100, I would absolutely go for that because I think that sounds pretty good option. Unless you can think McKenna, I'll do McKenna. That's a better option. Maybe. I'm not sure. But I feel like the McKenna might be the winner here. And I mean, I don't know for sure. We'll see. We'll certainly see. But anyway. All right, we're going to start off with the makers. I get more nuts on the McKenna, and I think that would be interesting, but still a Heaven Hill product. I agree. All right, makers. Turkey 101. So I had this I ran into, well, first of all, I have been simply dying for a bottle of the Jimmy 8-year. What's up, Tony? Tony Bago Donuts. Howdy, Parrot Cowboy Eric just left my bunker. We had a great 3-hour hang with pours aplenty. Rare characters, B-Tax, and he brought Michter's Bottle Your Own Bourbon was the star for me. Oh, that sounds awesome. Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Hope you're well. Good to talk to you at not 4 in the morning. Tony messaged me at 4 in the morning this week. That's the only part of that story I will tell. I've been dying for a bottle of the Jimmy's 70th 8-year 101. I go to Frankfort, Kentucky once a week for work. Frankfort is about. Oh, Tony, it's all good, brother. I love you. Frankfort's about 20 minutes away from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, which is where the Wild Turkey Distillery is. Was really hoping that they would have put out another run of, the Wild Turkey 8-year 101s yesterday while I was at the office. No such luck. I caught wind, too, that a liquor barn, it was 6 a.m. your time. Oh, okay, sorry. I caught wind that a liquor barn close to me was going to be putting out a Jack Daniel's Coy Hill today. I went twice thinking that it was going to be out, and it wasn't out. So I just like full on struck out with bourbon hunting this week. And I mean, it's fine. It's no big deal. I'm not like, I'm bummed that I couldn't get what I wanted, but it's just what I wanted. It's not like I, fully needed another bottle. But so Eric and I are recording tomorrow. I was really hoping that we'd have one of those two on hand to get to. So, all right, we're going to start with the makers here. See how this this pairs. I think right off the bat, we might be in better territory just based on the nose. I think the nose is quite a bit closer to the overall flavor profile of the Ayinger Oktoberfest. Okay. We're already on a better track. Now, I'm not saying that Elijah Craig's small batch and Buffalo Trace in general don't go well with Ayinger. I think I might have had an off batch with Buffalo Trace, or it could have been open for too long. And I think that I could have had a single barrel of Elijah Craig that just doesn't go well with Ayinger Oktoberfest. Just putting that out there. Makers, though, regular makers, is already a better pairing than those two and the Jim Beam Black 7-year. Already. I think that it's not quite pushing it far enough. I don't think it's quite bringing out enough flavor in the beer. But we'll get there. We might get there. I don't know yet. We got a ways to go. Oh, man, that bag of donuts guy started early today. He's going to be full Joey by the time Bourbon Bites goes live. It's possible. Anthony Iturietta, good to see you, though. There's something else I was going to say. What the crap was it? I don't friggin' know, man. I'm also tired. No surprise. I think I get on here most weeks and I go, I am tired. But that's how it is. Tony, Joey, which one am I? Oh, that's what I was going to say, because Tony's rotating, or there's a bunch of Tonys and Anthonys and Tonys and whatever. You can support the show. This is my last stream for a month, right? Which one am I? And WP said yes. It's my last stream for a month. If you want to support the show, and you don't want to have to hear, I'm not going to say this again for a month, of course. You want to support the show through our method of super chatting, tipping. It's called Snuffy Chatting. It goes to support not only TIMBP Live, but also the main man himself, the patron saint of TIMBP Live, Mr. Snuffleupagus back here. He needs to get fed. He needs the attention. Look at this face. Look at him. Look at him. The sweet, sweet boy. America's imaginary friend. He's just a good boy. He's a good boy. You can do so by heading to the pinned comment link at the top of your chat, or by heading to the Stream Elements link in your description below. If you do just that, your message pops up here on the left-hand side of your screen. Eventually, we'll get to super chatting here in on YouTube, of course, and the normal stuff on Twitch as well. It'll happen. It'll happen eventually, I'm sure. Or if Venmo's more your speed, that's fine as well. Venmo link is below as well, and the direct PayPal link too. I was looking at this on my monitor, my tattoo. For anybody who doesn't know, I've never really talked. I know I've talked about this, but it's been a while since I've talked about it. The tattoo on my forearm will actually be updated after next week. Not immediately. It'll probably be a little while. It's 2 lines of elvish text from Lord of the Rings. Well, using the Elvish alphabet from Lord of the Rings. It is on top my wife's name, and on bottom it is my first daughter's name. And underneath will be my second daughter's name as well. And the reasoning behind it being in Elvish script is because one of the very first conversations that WP with the $50 Snuffy Chat, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. With the diaper fund as well. Thank you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and have a sip for that one. Appreciate you, buddy. Since I had a sip, I better figure out if it goes with That is an excellent pairing. Holy moly. Okay. Tony Jolly with the $20 Snuffy Chat. This is for Snuffy while you and Lucy are distracted by the new bundle. Thank you, buddy. Oh, that pairing. Sorry, Papa Ritter, YouTube was mean. What do you mean, Em? I don't think that the McKenna works as good as the turkey does. We'll get to it in a second. Tony, thank you for the Snuffy Chat as well. You think Papa Ritter was mean? Papa Ritter was mean? Or YouTube was mean to Papa Ritter? Doesn't matter. Anyway, the reason it's in Elvish is because the first thing Lucy and I ever bonded over was Lord of the Rings. And so I wanted to immortalize that on my body. And I had always said I wanted to get a tattoo. I didn't know what I would do. It was just a matter of, it wasn't, YouTube said I did something I didn't, the algorithm needs a pour, fair enough. Anyway, I always knew I wanted to get a tattoo. I just didn't know what I was going to get. And so by my 30th birthday, I said, I'm going to get a tattoo. And I got this. I do love a good Elvish song, Jailhouse Rock. Hello, Don Nishida. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're well. Speaking of Elvish songs, I walked down the aisle to Can't Help Falling in Love. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. But yeah, anyway, For anybody who didn't know, that's the story of my tattoo on my forearm. So it will be updated after the next child is born next week. So updates on that before too long. Yeah, I'm going to go back to this. This is how I said this. This. Oddly enough, the McKenna is the oddball out here of the pairing with the Ayinger Oktoberfest. I think it's just a little bit too sweet. I think that the Turkey 101. I'll turn the brand around so you can see Bourbon and Beyond. Not that I'm shilling for Bourbon and Beyond right now. I really do wish I was at Bourbon and Beyond this weekend. It's killing me. He likes tattoos, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They do like tattoos. Can't help falling in love from the movie Blue Hawaii. I didn't know that was from Blue Hawaii. Didn't know that. You learn something new every day, don't you? Anyway. Yes. Absolutely. Without a doubt. I've got Larry David hand for some reason. Without a doubt, the Ayinger Oktoberfest goes best with the Turkey 101. It is perfectly nutty. It's the right proof. Oh, it's awesome. So, if you find yourself trying to pair Ayinger Oktoberfest, shocker, I know, shocker of all shockers here on This Is My Bourbon Podcast Live. If you're trying to pair Ayinger Oktoberfest with anything, anonymous tipper, I know who it is. I'm not sure if they want me to reveal them, but congratulations on the soon-to-be new edition with the $50 Snuffy Chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But pair the Ayinger Oktoberfest with Turkey 101. That was Don Nishida. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to say or not. But thank you, Don. I appreciate it, brother. You're the best. Y'all rock. Thank you all so much for the support tonight. It's I'm genuinely going to miss streaming for the next month while we get adjusted. Also, Jake Miller. Good to see you, buddy. My first bottle in my restarted collection is Buffalo Trace. It's like I'm restarting my bourbon journey. I love that. That's so cool. You should try a Rotten Apple. It's a full Guinness, a little Red's Apple, and an ounce of Crown Apple. Hang on. I've got a note going right now of recommendations. Sugar Kitty had some recommendations earlier of German beers that I need to try. And so now I'm going to write down the Rotten Apple. Full Guinness. I'm going to say shot of Red's Apple. Ounce of Crown Royal Apple. Should work, right? I'll give it a try. Why not? Oh, goodness gracious. What a solid pairing. As I was saying earlier, I am so ready to find a bottle of it's a deadly combo. Awesome. Shake me up, man. I'm ready to try it out. Shake and Jake make shaking and jaking. There we go. I don't know. I got a little. I got a hair in my mouth. I think it's a beard hair. I got a little side by side I want to try. Before I go too much further. I'm going to have another Oktoberfest beer, too. Hey, look, it's my last stream for a while. I'm going to enjoy myself. I could handle it back in 2015 as a college senior, scared to try it now. Completely fair. All right, let me get these bottles real quick. I'm going to grab another Oktoberfest. Someday, I might stream from over on the couches as well. So you can check out that area. But Eric and I are going to record over there as well at some point. Not sure when just yet, but I had this whole vision, and essentially like the layout of my office, my studio, is exactly how I wanted it. Like it is perfectly the way that I wanted it to be. When we get to recording, I love the idea of having, the mics over there. I don't have like, my computer or anything. I just have this as like the control center, and we just go over and we sit down and we record, and I don't have to worry about like watching a monitor. Like we just go. And I can just be free. It's just nice. I'm excited. All right, so the next Oktoberfest, which I'll go ahead and, you know what? I'll wait to pour it up, so it can stay a little bit. It'll stay cold while I'm doing this side by side. But we did Oktoberfest in Germany. Now we're doing Oktoberfest in Kentucky. Right? This is Blue Stallion Brewing Company. This is a Lexington, Kentucky brewery. Blue Stallion is very good. I'm excited to share my thoughts on this, but I will pour it up momentarily. But I've been wanting to do this head to head, this side by side for a little while, and I haven't done it in my own time. So you make content out of it, because why not? So I've got two picks here. One is an Old Route 8 from Augusta. It is 8 years old. And it is 120 proof. It is a Jim Beam sourced bourbon. It just... Okay. Now, the other one is a Dream Spirits bourbon that is 9 years old and is 120.2 proof. And it's also Jim Beam. This is our friends down in North Carolina, the Blind Rabbits, who picked the Dream Spirits. If you don't know Dream Spirits, it's Prov. Dadgummit, I hate getting the cork out of this. I've never been able to do it the same way twice. It's a glass cork. I just wanted to see. Two sourced Jim Beams. How they stack up against each other. They're essentially the same proof. They're both 120. Almost the exact same age as well. I got a little bit more in one glass than the other. Sorry. I'm trying here. I'm making efforts. So, we'll start with the Old Route 8. We'll start with the Augusta. I don't know if it is incredibly on profile for a Jim Beam. And I don't know if the Dream Spirits is either. But I will say, though, they are pretty daggum similar. And again, Alexa, clear my notifications, please.
Okay, deleted your notifications.
How many daggum notifications am I going to get today? They both have this creamsicle thing going on. A little oaky. A little bit of just, it's wild how similar these are. It just crazy. A little bit of just icing too. Anyway, Cheers, folks. Thank you all for being here. That Augusta pick is so nice. Oh, it's so nice. I am. Oh, there's more pepper on the finish of the dream pick. But that is almost the only difference between the two. Otherwise, they are so dadgum similar. They're so dadgum similar. I would have a hard time doing them blind and trying to pick them out as even just different pours. I mean, again, excuse me. Really, the only difference is the finish. Yeah, that's crazy, dog. There's no reason. There's no reason. I mean, same distillery, I guess. Daphne's, congrats on baby number 2, Perry. Good luck. Thank you so much. It's so good to see you in here. Hope you're well. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers to you. I hope that things have been well for you. Yes, Monday around 1 o'clock, baby Ritter number 2 will be with us. Crazy times. Crazy, crazy times. I like am finally in the phase. I'm finally in the phase where it is becoming real. Right? Like you spend 9 months preparing and you spend 9 months painting and buying and mentally going, okay, it's not just going to be the one kid anymore. You got to be on your A game. And then the week before, it's like, it's now. Now's the time. And if you don't, you're going to get left behind, man. I don't know. That's nothing profound. It's just, it's the reality of it all, you know? And I'm very fortunate and very blessed that we have gotten to this point, you know. A lot of people just don't. Plain and simple. So. Oh. Goodness gracious. We are here, though. So, for anybody who didn't see or didn't hear me earlier, Blue Stallion Lexington, Kentucky's own. This is their Oktoberfest. I can't remember. Okay, well, just could you chill? Ayinger's is 5.8% ABV. And Blue Stallions is 5.4. So, not a stark difference between the two. And to be quite honest, the color is not all that dissimilar either. But the flavor certainly is. This is an American Oktoberfest, if I've ever had one. It is absolutely 100% a made in America Oktoberfest. Hang on, I got to fix my microphone real quick. Sugar Kitty said, that's like if you ordered a white wine and got a glass of red. I would say it's more like if you ordered a French Bordeaux and you got a California Cabernet. Zing! It's the worst, like, white person, just way too upper middle class kind of joke ever. Oh, but I ordered the French Bordeaux. This is clearly a Napa Valley Pinot Noir. I understand the sentiment, though. The sentiment still stands. It's definitely the wrong color. Hello. I see you. It's more it's lighter. It's certainly lighter. I understand what you're saying now, though. Again, it's an American Oktoberfest. I'm not used to drinking beer on the stream, but what's the name again? I want to look it up. Blue Stallion. We could look it up together. Here. Let's do it live. For the content. Okay, well, they don't really have a... Do they not have a website? They do. There it is. Hang on. Now, why the crap? I thought we fixed this. There we go. All right. There we go. Erdinger does Weiss beer. So their Fest beer is a bit dark, but still Weiss. I understand that, but I don't get making something like an Irish red instead of a Fest beer. I understand. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Gotcha. So what you're saying essentially is that Blue Stallion used an Irish red as their Fest beer, their Oktoberfest, instead of like an actual like Oktoberfest base. Am I understanding that right? Okay, and they literally just don't have any information on their Oktoberfest. Now, I have genuinely liked and generally liked Oktoberfest, or excuse me, Blue Stallion for a while. I just poured a 138 proof Mammoth 17-year rye, finished for 5+ years in Blanton's barrel, courtesy of the Nerds and Turds. Tony. I want to try that. That sounds amazing. Let's see what they have on tap fully. German Pils, a Dunkel, Hefeweizen. I can't drink wheat beers, by the way. I am not I don't have celiacs. I'm not like I don't have an aversion to I don't have an aversion to gluten. I'm not gluten intolerant, but I cannot drink wheat beers for whatever reason. They just straight up do not agree with my stomach. This has been going on for years now. I can drink wheated bourbon fine, of course, but wheat beers, I can't do it. I almost immediately get sick. Yes, there are a couple of German breweries that use something other than a traditional Marzen style. That's what I'm saying about the Blue Stallion. And their website shows a bunch of Blue Stallion German styles. So what you're saying is essentially like they could have it's like they could have gone with a traditional Marzen style Oktoberfest for their Oktoberfest, but they decided to not do that. And maybe the yeast in it, it's part of what they use to get the banana and clove flavors and the Hefeweizen. Gotcha. Anyway, sorry. This is beer school, everybody. Welcome to the Brewers Academy. No, this is interesting. I mean, like I genuinely do not know enough about just making alcohol in general. And especially making beer. Like it's way simpler than making bourbon, of course. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Two 1090 are homebrewers. I would love to get two 1090 on. I've always thought about doing home brewing, just for the heck of it, you know, because why not? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you basically make exactly. You basically make beer first to make whiskey. That's. I don't think that there's anything like you basically do this first. I think you literally do. No, I would love to have two 1090 on. That would be excellent. I figured let's just see if Turkey 101 pairs with the Blue Stallion. You just don't put the hops in it? Yeah. Just a quick pairing to see if 21090. See if Turkey 101 pairs with Blue Stallion's Oktoberfest. No. No, not quite. I'll tell you, I just looked at something that I think might work. Get them to send you some of their 2 new picks from Corbin Cash. Oh, yes. Absolutely. So, geez, sorry. This, of course, is probably not the most indicative of, but it should be close enough to what you can get from these folks. So it's Very Old Barton Bottled and Bond. Of course, now you get 100 proof, right? But this Oktoberfest does have a banana note to it that I'm kind of wondering if just like a little bit of that Barton banana funk, if that will pair well together. I have another beer site that says Blue Stallion Oktoberfest is supposed to be a Marzen. Doesn't look like it. Interesting. I don't think the Blanton's barrel made a difference. Tony, that's an interesting concept that I would like to explore on a podcast with both Gene from Obtanium. I can't. My brain's fried. And Matt Porter, ADHD, talking about barrel finishing. Seeing if using like X bourbon barrels actually influences already matured bourbon. Because I don't feel like it does that much. But I'm also not a bourbon maturation expert. There we go. Pair it with Old Forester 1910. Cat's Eye. Thank you. Sorry. Just in general, I have actually, if I've met Gene, it's only been once, and it's been like in passing. Yeah, Gene Nassif. We're friends on Facebook. I feel like we've talked before. Super nice guy. But anyway. Sorry. I don't have any Old Forester 1910 on hand, is what I was about to say. I'm trying to think if I have any other Old Faux products nearby, and I don't think I do. Actually, I might have. I've got a little bit of this sample of Old Forester 1924. That, even if this doesn't work, I will try it. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I do have Jack on hand. Somewhere, but I do. I think. I'm pretty sure, at least. He's an amazing dude. I'll send you some of the latest stuff from Bettendorf, Iowa. Please. I would love that, Tony. I appreciate that. This pairing really is not that bad. It's actually really solid. I am starting to feel Magi Rye was amazing. 26-year Canadian rye mixed with MGP 95.5. I would love to try that. Nassif Family Reserve picks are really good. What was I about to say? Oh, something about this pick is starting to put me into, or something about this pairing, along just kind of like with my general mindset. It's starting to get me more and more towards like just full on like September, October vibes. Like I am just so ready at this point for fall. Man, I'm so ready for it to be cool. We had like that 1 week in Kentucky, or at least in, central Kentucky and Lexington, where it was like 70. We got up and it was like 50 degrees, 55. By the end of the day, it was about the same. But the hottest it got was like 72, 73, maybe 75 if the sun was out. It was so nice. And I was like, please don't leave. And then it did. And today it got up to 90. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I hate it. I want it to be cool again, Ready for it to go back to being nice and cool and relaxing. I want to go sit back out on my porch. I even, like, after I got done with work yesterday, where's that bottle? Here it is. I had just like an ounce of Knob Creek single barrel on my front porch. The sun wasn't even on me. And I was like sweating because it was just so muggy and gross. And I was like, I just want to enjoy myself outside, man. Just let me chill. Let me relax. old heads, old members of the community will also remember my old deck, my old house. How amazing that view was. I don't know if I can pull that up. Super quickly or not. But it was magic. That was the hardest part of moving out of that house. leaving that porch behind. My kid was so cute. I mean, she still is. She's such a pretty little baby. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know if I can get it set up the way that I want to. But anyway, sorry. Reminiscing about the old days. Of course. I want to try this this Blue Stallion along with the Old Forester 1924 now. Can anybody remind me? Old Forester 1924. It's a different mash bill, right? It's still very Old Forester coded, though. Oh, man. So much brown sugar. Not a bad pairing. If I had more of the nose on the palate, it honestly, the Blue Stallion I think is a little too syrupy, a little too sweet. For the whiskey to actually work with it in this case. 78 11 10 as a new mash bill. Right. There we go. Sugar Kitty coming in. You know what, Sugar Kitty? I know that you're like quintuply multitasking. I appreciate you being in here and helping me out. That's incredibly nice of you. For the next month, you have one less duty. So you don't have to be as stressed for a little bit. But thank you for all your help. Thank you to all the mods who help out in here. as always. But man, I'm gonna miss streaming. It's just the relaxing part of bourbon podcasting, I suppose. We are the somehow after 9 years, after 7 years, of the podcast, still at like the lowest end of live stream viewership. And I just appreciate everybody who shows up for these streams. It means a lot. I know that Thursday nights are not the easiest nights for people as well. There's other stuff going on, other venues of entertainment, avenues of entertainment. Tonight's extra taxing. Kilko's on a special stream. Stuff and Whiskey's doing a barrel pick. 6 going at once. Yeah. I do this stream because for me, it's purely the enjoyment of like connecting in real time with the people who have discovered the podcast in one way or another. And instead of like getting drip fed feedback, I get to actually interact with people. And I know that that's like that's a very like selfish way to approach live streaming. And that's not the only reason that I do it, because I genuinely do enjoy getting to sit down and stream bourbon stuff for everybody. But yeah. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the two busiest nights. I mean, I don't have to stream on Tuesday or on Thursday nights. If it's better for me to stream on Wednesdays, I can. I can't do Mondays, But anyway, it's just, I don't want to stop doing streams. And I appreciate too, Sugar Kitty, that you, as somebody who has to prioritize a lot of live streams, you also prioritize me, who is definitely in the lowest of the tiers of people who are live streaming right now. It's very hard to convert people who listen to podcasts to live stream viewers. I don't know why. It's very strange. And vice versa too. In today's environment, there are no time slots where you could go where there aren't at least two others already going. Always do what's best for you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would stay here. I would stay here. But at the same time, I it's like, nah, I don't want to get into it. Because I'm appreciative, you know. I hate to sound unappreciative. I'm always wanting to push for more, which is how I want that to sound. It doesn't. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying I don't appreciate the people who are here, because I absolutely do. And thank you if you've made it this far, especially on a rewatch. You know, or if you're watching post in stream, you know. So it's tough, man. Even after 7 years, it's not a guarantee that people are going to show up, and you just got to keep going for it. So, what are you going to do? Just got to keep. Wait, which one is which? I think I know. Yeah, I definitely know. You got to keep making it. Making your stuff. Week after week. But anyway. Have I been sentimental enough tonight? I feel like I have. I don't know. I'm kind of tapped out. I don't know if I have anything else left tonight. Man, I love y'all. I look forward to being back in a couple of weeks. A few weeks. After baby break is over. Whenever that may be. I'm not sure just yet, but you'll know just as soon as I do, I believe. I love you guys. Hope you have a great end to your September. Most of your October. Happy Bourbon Heritage Month. Drink more bourbon. Have some safe parried pours. Listen to the podcast. Rate and review. Support the show on Patreon. Patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. Tony Bag of Donuts has been chatting for 10 minutes and none of them are showing up. I don't know why. Emily, you deleted a message from Tony. Emily, I think you've accidentally done something. Wait, what's happened to Tony on the channel? Hang on. We got to figure this out real quick. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. Did you fix the thing with Papa Ritter too? I just want to make sure that Dad doesn't get like hidden. Yes, you are back. You are back, Tony. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Emily. I'll go through and make sure that anybody who was banned or put in timeout or whatever is unbanned or untimed out on the channel in a bit. But anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do, for all the support you give. Um, what's going on my Twitch? My Twitch. What's going on? I don't know. All right. I'll see y'all real soon. Thank you all so much for everything that you do to support the show. I love you so much. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your month. I'll be back before you know it. I hope. I'll show you a baby before you know it, too. Until next time, though, I'm Perry. This is TIMBP Live. I love you guys. Be safe out there. Love ya. Bye.